Good evening, everybody. Matrix here, and here's my watch list for September 6th. Okay, lots of plays happening tomorrow, so I'm going to get right into it. Obviously, we had a pretty nice day overall on SPY today. Um, the SPY has been trading inside this 294 range and this 285 area, so it's been chopping around, and today it gapped up over this prior resistance and has ran. It dipped first and then it ran. Now, are we gonna be coming out of this little correction? It definitely looks like it, but it hasn't confirmed yet. I mean, one day of action does not confirm anything right now. I think tomorrow we are going to test the 295 first before another run. And with that said, I mean, this action is explained because today, I believe, there was news about US and China getting back to the negotiation tables in October, right? So people are a little bit more optimistic about that. But overall, after the initial pop, SPY has faded back down and held this 297. So do we long tomorrow? We don't know, but it really depends on the futures. It definitely does look like it's out of this little corrections territory and it's ready to make its way back up to the all-time highs though. So with that in mind, let's get into the watch list. Lots of tickers in play tomorrow. Let's get into some with fresh catalyst. Lululemon. Okay. Just load up some drawings real quick. After hours, Lulu announced earnings. They beat the earnings. They raised their guidance for the year of 2019. Their quarter three was pretty much in line. They raised their guidance by a few pennies, like it beats estimates, but it was pretty much in line, right? They also talked about the tariff talks. They talked about how the trade war might or might not affect them. They're pretty iffy on that. However, it looks like that Lululemon is making new highs. This reaction is a good reaction, and coming over here into the daily chart, prior highs was 194. And that's a key area. We are trading above it after hours. So as you can see, I have 194 marked off right here as a support. And after hours popped through, came back down and held this 194 and tested. So I am looking for a pull in to hold 194 to get long and retest the after hour highs here at 199. The next level down here, we have the 192.50 support, which is from here on the daily chart, 192.50, right about there. Okay, 192, 192.50. If I, how did I get the 50-cent mark here? Oh yeah, I got the 50-cent mark here on the 5-minute chart, I believe. 192.5, right about there. Okay, so as you can see right here in this little shaded area, it made a lot of support here after hours on the pull-in, and basically it held, and now we have two levels of support. Key area to watch here, 196, what it does tomorrow in the pre-market. As you can see, it tested quite a few times already at the 196 here. So depending where it gaps up or down tomorrow, we're gonna take a look at the thesis and redefine it from here. And I do like the retest of 199. On the daily chart, if I zoom out real quick, we have a long-term uptrend. So kind of like connecting the dots here. And the trend line meets up to about 202. So definitely a nice target if we are going up. The average true range is $5. So if we are getting a pull-in to 194, let's just say, and it bounces from here, from 194 to 199, that's $5. That's one average true range. So I guess that is a very justifiable thesis in my opinion, and that's what I'll be watching for. Okay, so that's Lulu. Next up we have Zoom ZM. Zoom earnings after hours, they had earnings beat as well, guidance 3, quarter 3 guidance raise. For the year of 2020, they raised their guidance as well. The average shoe range is $3.96, so it's $4 average shoe range. What's interesting right now on Zoom is the $90 area. As you can see, it was a prior high here from its IPO. And then after that, it kind of made a base here around this $90. Now we're hovering right above it. Don't know what's going to happen tomorrow with this 90, but this is a key area to watch. Pre-market, if it holds the 90, it's definitely a long. And with that said, I do want to see it test the 95 area right here if it holds above this this $90 level. Coming down here to this 89 level as well, 89 key psychological whole number as well. After hours, had a quick dump and it bounced right off from there. So this 89, also a key level, as you can see. Also today, on the intraday, that's where the lows is, right? So it grinded back up. So 2 level of support here, 89 and 90. And with that said, also resistance at 95. That would be a very key target area. And then coming over here, I do see kind of like this 92 is also on watch. See how it reacts tomorrow in the pre-market, because this area was kind of like today's closing area. Okay, so it actually ran up. I zoom in here real quick on the intraday. During the close, it ran up to the 93, and then as it closed at 4 o'clock, it closed right around the 92, 92.20 area, right? And now we're literally right under it. So this here is a key area to watch. It's significant because it's like the closing price. All right. With that said, let's move on to main tickers. ROKU. ROKU, fantastic trader here. We have the average shoe range of $7.21, relative volume today of 2.26, and still very, very much in play. We had the yesterday we had the analyst upgrade, and it ran to all-time highs, tested this 170 area, and today it pulled in and regrouped and regained. Let's load up some drawings real quick here. ROKU. Okay, so this 166 area, this 166 is very key. As you can see from yesterday, it's basically the bounce off from yesterday. And today, as it flushed down, as people profit take, you see that it reclaimed this area during the close, and it's closing right above it. So this pull-in was highly expected, as on the daily chart, you see that it's very overextended, and you did, and one should expect a pull-in from a profit take, right? We had a gap up here. We have key resistance, where is the all-time high at 173.15. And then also this area right here, the 169.50s. This was yesterday's closing price from 169.50s to 170. This area is very key as a resistance area. With that said, it looks bullish to me. Looks like it had this pull-in, right? And then it reclaimed this 164.50 on the 5-minute chart. You will see today, if you were trading it, I know one of my good friends was trading it here, 164.50. Let me mark that off on the intraday chart. It basically had major volume right here at the 9:30 opening low. This is why I marked it off. So major volume 9:30 on the 30-minute chart here. Here on the 5-minute chart, you see major volume as well. It's the low of this first 30-minute candle. Okay, so it came down under it. It tested right here at 10:30 as well and stayed under it, right? And then it found the bottom and reclaimed, and now we are above it. So that makes this 164 very, very key support to watch. Also, we have this 30-minute chart of 50 EMA sitting right here at this 165, 164.5. Okay, so 2 areas of resistance. What I'm looking for is, if it doesn't gap up tomorrow, I'm going to look for a pull-in. and get long. If it does gap up, then I'll be watching for the pre-market low to hold. Close at a very significant price level at 167. Does look very, very bullish to me after this pull in. It's reclaimed everything, right? So definitely looking for the test of 173 again on Roku. Urban. Urban had a technical breakout today, and it's a technical range breakout. So the technical range breakout of $24. Let's mark that off on the daily chart, and this makes it significant. Okay, so here we have the $24 line. The stock was unable to trade above it for a very long time, for a few months now, and today it finally busted through. That makes it a significant. Coming into this August 20th and August 21st area where you see this massive volume, this was its prior earnings, right? And it had a great earnings reaction. It was good earnings, but it took a few while for the stock to actually break through. So the earnings beat actually pulled them back into this range, and it traded in and around here for a while, and then now we have a range breakthrough. So this is a buy signal for a lot of the big money traders. This is a breakout, and tomorrow any pull in, I think they will look to buy. The average true range is $1.06. The next level we're looking at is a 25, and then the 26. So this thing moves in dollar increments. Looking for a pull in tomorrow. We see that 2440-ish area is holding some sort of a support. Okay, so and then obviously we have 24 as well. So two levels of support, 2440 and 24. Okay, so right there and right there. Okay, 24 is very key. It needs to hold 24 to continue to run. But given the current market situation, given the technicalities of this trade, of this breakout, I do like the 2440 to hold tomorrow. That's what I'm theorizing right now. Coming over here on the daily chart, this is the 100 SMA, this blue line, which is at 2450, and we are trading above it. So it's a good sign. It's a bullish sign. Short-term trend line, 9 EMA, scooping right up underneath this 50 as well. We have a crossover, so looking very bullish, and I do like this. If it can break out 25, we go automatically to 26. So also watching 25 though. I mean, key psychological whole number. If it refuses to break out at 25, then we can definitely short it back down. That's Urban. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 on some onto some shorts. TSN yesterday missed it pre-market, came down 7%, and today it continued lower. Now, what happened with TSN is they had a guidance cut yesterday. Basically, overall guidance cut, and the investors are not happy about that. Looking over here at this price point, this was their previous earnings price. And with the stock tanking like this, I think this would be the viable target to bring the stock back down to around this 82 area. With that said, it might not flush hard tomorrow. Taking a look at the 2 days action, I am looking at the 86 level and 85.5 level right now for it to reject. So it really depends on how it opens tomorrow. But right now it's looking like it's dying. It's trying to hold the 85, right? What's going to interest me is if it snaps 85 and continues through, or I want to see pre-market pop and drop, taking a look at this 86 and 85.5 price line and see what it does tomorrow. If it pops up and then it starts to slow down, just hammer it back down. And then on the long swing target, I'm targeting this 82 area. Okay, we are sitting right at the 50 EMA here. 50 EMA here on the daily chart. So it might not fail. 85 is a big, big number here. But with the guidance cut, I think it will fail. I think the probability of it failing is more than likely, and I will try to short it if it comes down under 85 or if it pops and drop. Okay, looking over here, 86 yesterday's lows. Yeah, so that's very key as well. Okay, so TSN, Dell, very interesting. It took them a few days to pop through, right? And we had positive earnings. This is the area I'm looking for. It finally popped through the 52 mark and also 52.40. So I'll be watching these two levels as support, as you can see. After the earnings, it tested 52 a few times, and today it finally broke through. I am expecting a pull in tomorrow. 52.40 is pretty key. It's still trading under its prior resistance from the earnings, but looking for a pull in, and if it holds, either of these support level holds, then get long. I think it might be able to get to up and above these levels here, and we should be getting a magnet to 55. That's my thesis anyways. It's looking very bullish, so just looking for a pull-in trade here. And then finally, we have NVDA. NVDA closing at a key price point of $180. Okay, very bullish on the chart. No pullbacks whatsoever. It should be gapping up tomorrow if it continues like this. So if it does gap up, I'm going to look for a pull in to hold 180 and then get long. Looking at this right now, 178.90. So where is that? 178.90. It might pull in as far as 178.90, 179. So, and then if it holds, then get long as well. So interesting level here. Gap up, and then the target would be 185 first, which is right here on the daily chart. We have some key resistance. From 185, what will it do? I don't know. I really don't know. It might get up and over, but we'll see. I like it for the short from 185 though, because the chart is very, very overextended. So let's take a look at that. And that's basically my watch list this evening. I know there are a lot of tickers tomorrow. I'm going to have to filter them out. But these are fantastic plays. They all have high relative volume, all have some range, and some have catalysts as well. So with that said, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all bright and early tomorrow. Ciao.